Hey y'all, today we're going to be going over the front stitch or front loop only slip stitch crochet stitch. It's quite a mouthful, but it does make kind of a unique pattern with these different almost rows and bars. We hold it this way. This is one of my favorites for when I'm making autumn pumpkins, as are quite popular, and I'll try and get around to throwing up a tutorial on just how I do that. But to get started, we will be using, what is this? A size 6 super bulky yarn and a 10mm crochet hook. Alright, to get started, we will go ahead and make that slip knot. And we're going to chain 8. And then for our turning chain, we'll chain 1 more. We're going to flip it over and go through our back loops. So we'll skip this first one and go into the second back loop. Going to yarn over. And then because this is a slip stitch, we'll go ahead and pull through. We'll continue on, so yarn over, and then without yarning over again, pull all the way through. Oop, was not really looking. And our last one. And that'll be our first row. We'll go ahead and chain 1 and turn. And now for this stitch, what we'll be doing is the front loop only, so it's going to be the loop closest to us. We'll be continuing with our slip stitches in just that front loop. So make sure it's just 1 on the hook, yarn over, pull through. And then at the very end, we'll just grab that one and pull through, and we can check our count real quick. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll go ahead and chain 1, and we're going to continue on this side. Now it does get a little bit more complicated when we've come to this side. As you can see, it's looking like this could almost be our rows, but if we flip it to the top, we'll see that this is actually the top loops, or our top row. And so what we'll want to go through is this very tip top stitch right here. All right, and we'll be going in that very first one. And we can continue on down our row. Making sure we're going through what looks like, although it is the front loop of our stitch, it looks like it's just the very tippy top loop of this row. which makes it a little bit easier to distinguish, I suppose, as compared to if we were trying to go through that back loop, we'd be looking for this one. And we can see this very last one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this last one, it kind of turns over, so we want to be careful that we don't just grab that back loop, and we're still grabbing the front loop. And we'll just chain 1 and repeat. Alright, so I went ahead and added a few more rows just so that we can really get the look of that pattern. Go ahead and tie it off. And this is going to be our front loop only slip stitch crochet stitch.